Hello everyone, this is Ali. Today we are going to add our merge item stack. But before that, if you see this, yeah, I added all these slots for all the tabs, basically. And let's see what is the problem right now. By the way, I didn't change anything unless these two lines at the end of the constructor to just hide all the slots and then show the slot 0. And yeah, come on Minecraft. Okay, now if I try to shift click, you see it will go there and I can shift click it out. If I try to click it anywhere else, it won't accept, but it will accept our van. Now what if I shift click and oh cool. Why? This guy is set to only accept the items from here, but you see it won't accept it, okay? But shift clicking works. Shift clicking is a bit ugly thing in vanilla Minecraft because I'm not sure, but vanilla Minecraft doesn't check if item is valid or not in merge item stack. It says that it's your job to do it in item transfer stack in a slot, but then the merge item stack is very easy to change. So let's go into utilities first, and I will add a class called item helper. Okay. Item helper will be responsible for one method for time being, and that would be public static boolean, and we call it equal, oh come on, boolean equals ignore stack size. Okay, and of course we accept item stack, call it item stack 1, and item stack, call it item stack 2. Okay, now we say if item stack 1 does not equal to null and item stack 2 does not equal to null, because we want to compare them, okay? Otherwise, if one of them is null, then return false, or both of them are null. What we want to do in here, we want to first sort by item ID, so item dot get ID from item stack 1 dot get item minus item dot get ID from item, this time item stack 2 dot get item. Okay, and if these guys equals 0, so we have same ID, then we sort on the item. We say if item stack 1 dot get item is equals to item stack 2 dot get item. If we have the same items now, so same item ID, same item, then we want to sort on meta. So if item stack 1 dot get item damage is equals to item stack 2 dot get item damage. So we are checking the item damage, and finally, not finally, we sort the NBT. We will speak about NBT in a few seconds later. So if this guy has NBT tag, so has tag compound, and I forgot something. If This has the MBT tag compound and item stack 2 dot has tag compound. Then we sort on stack size. So if item stack dot r item stack equal item stack tags, sorry, equal item stack 1 comma item stack 2. If all of that happened, we return true. Otherwise on one below, so if they are not having tag compounds, but if they are having the same ID, same item, and say item damage, then else. Here we say again return true. So if we have tags, we want to make sure that tags are equal. Otherwise, if we don't have tags, we have the same item ID, we have the same item, we have the same damage, return true again. If any of these fails, then we return false. That is simple enough. Now, here, the ugly part. We want to override. So end, alt insert, override the method, merge item stack. This is a bit crazy. So first we have item stack, then we have slot min, and then we have slot max, then we have ascending, okay, and we remove this part. We want to overwrite it all by ourselves. So we say boolean slot found equals to false. Okay. Then we say integer current slot index equals to, are we ascending? If yes, then slot max minus 1. Otherwise, slot min. Self-explanatory. And this should be colon. Okay. Then we say slot, and we say item stack, stack in slot. Okay. Now we should start some stuff. First we say if item stack dot is stackable. If we have something that is stackable. If it's not stackable, then we say, okay, if item stack, if item stack dot stack size is greater than 0. So if we have anything there, if it's not stackable, if we don't have anything in the slot, well, we simply return slot found. And these conditions, slot found, remember, is equals false. Okay, it means we don't found anything. Now, if the item is stackable, we go to a while loop, and that's item stack dot stack size is greater than 0, and a new condition. I will move this condition on here. It says not ascending and current slot index is less than slot max, or, now this is a bit complex here, okay? Or we are ascending. We are ascending and uh, yeah, current slot index is greater than or equal to slot mean. So we are checking if the item stack is greater than 0. So we have something in there. If we are not ascending, then we want to be less than slot max. If we are ascending, then we want to be greater than or equal to slot max. That's the reason. This guy here is the reason that we added +1 here. We can remove this guy, or we say less than or equal to, and we remove this guy here. Okay? So we say less than, just to be close to the vanilla code. And if these two conditions are met, then we are in the loop of while. Now we say slot equals to slot, of course, and it's this dot inventory slot of dot get in current slot index. So we get the slot at current index. We say stack in a slot equals to slot dot get stack. Self-explanatory. If slot dot is item valid item stack. Now this is the part that is not implemented in vanilla, and honestly I'm not sure why. And now we say item helper that we made dot equals in our size. What we want is item stack that we have, comma, item stack stack in slot. Okay. What we are doing, we are comparing our item stack that we got from the method that we are sending in, if you recall, comparing it to the stack that we have in the slot now. If that's the case, we want to do stuff. Okay? And at the end, we want, of course, to say current slot index plus equals to. If we are ascending, then of course we decrement it. Otherwise, we increment it. Okay? Now in here, we say int combined stack size equals to stack in a slot dot stack size plus item stack dot stack size. Then we say int slot stack size limit equals to math.min of stack in a slot dot get max stack size, comma, slot dot get max get slot stack limit, a bit different. Okay, so we get the minimum number between these two, and then we say if combined stack size is less than or equal to slot stack size limit. So if we can put the whole thing in the slot, then we do stuff. Else means that we are shift clicking something greater than the stack possible. So if, for example, we have half a stack, if we are shifting a half a stack, then we fall into here, because half a stack plus half a stack is less than or equal to full stack. Otherwise, for example, if we have a half a stack, if we shift click a full stack, then this will be half a stack plus full stack, and it will be greater than possible number, so we fall down here, okay? So if we can put the whole stack there, first we want to say item stack dot stack size equals to 0, okay? And we say stack in a slot dot stack size equals to the combined one. Then we say slot dot on a slot changed. We flag it that we found the stack, we put it in the stack. Now slot, please update yourself. And finally we say slot found equals to true. So we found the stack. If here we are getting max number and we are overflowing it, we want to check something else too. So stack in slot dot stack size is less than slot stack size limit. So what we are saying that, hey, you remember stack size limit, where did I made it? Yeah, stack size limit is the minimum of the two stack size possibles, two max stack size, okay? So if the stack I'm putting it in the slot is less than the number that the slot can accept, we say item stack dot stack size minus equals to slot stack size limit minus stack in a slot dot stack size. So what I'm telling you is that, hey, remember item stack is the stack that we clicked on it, okay, shift clicked on it. So we say, hey, the item I'm shift clicking on it, remove the possible size that goes into the stack from the whole thing and put it back into the slot I shift clicked on it, okay? Then we say stack in a slot dot stack size equals to slot size max, because we put it inside the GUI. For example, I'm shift clicking something from inventory into the GUI. We say, okay, we can't put the whole thing. Then we say the item that remains inside the inventory is the maximum possible minus the possible thing that goes inside the GUI. Then we say, okay, inside the GUI I put the maximum number possible, and we say slot dot on a slot change, and finally slot found equals to true. This whole thing is a bit confusing, but it's working, okay? You just comment it again and you will find, or watch the video time and time again until you wrap your mind. Now this time, here, it's happening when the item is not stackable, but the item that we clicked on has something in it. Well, we do the same thing, a bit different. Now, we just say that, okay, we are doing the same thing a bit differently now. First of all, again, we want to set stuff. So we say current slot index equals to, if we are ascending, then it's equal to slot max again. Otherwise, it's slot min, but this time slot max minus 1. Okay. Then we say while, now the condition, if we are not ascending and current slot index is less than slot max, or where are you? Or if we are ascending, sir, and current slot index is greater than or equal to slot min. Okay? Remember, here we had the same, but we were checking the stack size. Here we know the stack size, so we remove that part. That's the difference. Then we say, again, let me copy stuff. That would save me. Okay, we get the slot in the inventory. We get the stack in the slot. Then we say if, of course, same thing, but a bit different again. So we get the first part of it. So if the stack is valid and stack in a slot equals to null. What the hell? Well, remember, we are shift clicking something that is not stackable. So we want the target stack to be null so that we can put it there. Okay? If that's the case, now we say slot dot put stack. Now again, item helper dot. Now we need a new thing that says clone item stack. Okay? And this guy accepts parameters, and that's item stack, of course, comma, math, come on, dot min again, and the min thing is the item stack dot stack size, comma, slot, not this is slot with minimum s, dot get slot stack limit. Okay. Now we need to define this method again, but I will come to that later. So we put a clone of item stack inside the slot. Then of course we say slot dot onSlot change. Okay. Now we check if slot dot get stack does not equals to null. So if we still have something that we shift clicked on inside our inventory, of course we reduced one because we put one in here, and remember it shouldn't be stackable. Item stack dot stack size minus equals to slot dot get stack dot stack size. You may say, hey, how is it possible? And of course we finally say slot found equals to true. You may yell at me, hey, how is it possible? The item inside the player's inventory is stackable, but the slot in GUI is not stackable. Well, a prime example of that is our applied energetics 2. What was the name of the block that was making cores? But yeah, you can have, for example, 64 redstone in your inventory, but the GUI will accept only one redstone. So this is when this part happens. Okay? And finally we break here, but after the break, before the loop ends, we say current slot index plus equals, again if we are ascending, -1, otherwise 1. Okay? So at the end we return this guy. Now the only thing we need to implement is this method, and it will return item stack, item stack, item stack, and int and min. Okay? And it is called clone, if I find it in my yeah. So here we say item stack, we say cloned item stack equals to item stack that we have dot copy. But here we say cloned item stack dot stack size equals to stack size, or here we say min that we gave in. Okay, and I should change the name. I don't like the min. We say stack size. Thank you. And finally we return clone item stack. So it's just a way of reducing 3 lines to 1 line in final code, because who knows how many times we will call this method later. Now the factor container is finished. Let's try it now. So like before, I should be able to shift click this guy. But if I want to shift click this guy, it won't go inside anymore. Now, let's make another temporary slot, and we call it dirt or leaves. Come on, work leaves slot. Okay, and of course we need to extend our generic JSlot, and we override one method, and that's isItem valid. Okay, we return if item stack is equals to node.getItem is equals to, but this time I'm going to use the vanilla, so item leave, how do we get oak, is it blocks dot oak this is nice. How do we get the oak leaves? Well, let's say it's equals to items dot something that is stackable, for example bone. Why not? Okay, but remember our generic JSlot that is in our generics here will accept only one item. Okay, now and now that I have that slot, I need to go into factor container and at least change one slot to that. Again, this is temporary, so this will be leaves slot, whatever, the name is not important. These two slots are just for testing. So player 135. Apparently now I'm player 135. Okay. Now, first of all, I need to give myself some bones. Full stack, please. No, not that much. Full stack. Thank you. And now if I shift click, hey, I can't shift click more than one bone. That's the case. My slot is accepting only one bone. The bone in my player inventory is stackable. So inside container, remember, the item stack is stackable. Yeah, because we are sending in the stack that we clicked on, so it's stackable. Then we come down here that the stack size that the slot accepts is 1. So 64 plus 1, it won't be acceptable, and we just put it there. Okay. Now, what if I want to send something that is not stackable to an inventory that has item. Okay? It's not working. Because now the item stack that I'm sending is greater than 0. Ah, you are not seeing it here. My darkness. I put the item here. So the item stack that I'm clicking on is greater than 0. But the stack is not null. It will only work when the stack is null. Okay? Like that. Now, what if I want to accept more than one? Well, it's easy. It's very easy, actually. If I open again my leave slot, I need to override another method that is get slot stack limit, and for example, I will add something like 3 here. Okay? So let's go into the not generic block container, okay? Because we are still on stackable size, okay? I put 1 in there and I shift click. We get the other 2 because again, we are not in this part, but we are in this part, okay? But now, if I have nothing in there and I just shift click 3, I will fall in this part, okay? So bam, it gets vanished because we set the item, the slot we clicked on to 0. We put the 3 in here, and of course we flag it to change. Now, this item is not stackable. What will happen? If I say, hey, our digital WAN slot can accept more than 1. For example, what if I can accept 10 of them in here? Let's see what will happen. Okay. So, I have no digital band on me. I have on me. It's not in the inventory. Okay. So, let's make more than 1. And you may notice that my item is vanished because we are not spoken about NBT tag compounds yet. So this is 10. Let's make one more. If I shift click, hey, it's not working. Oh, why is that? Why is that? Well, it doesn't make sense if you have an item that the item itself can't stack on top of each other. And then you ask your slot that, hey, I want 10 of them in this slot. That doesn't make sense, okay? But let me try something. I didn't try it anywhere, anytime. What if I try to put it there and then try to click it? No, it's not working anyway. So now we have another issue. These slots, of course, doesn't accept anything, but let's change it back to 1. Delete it anyway. Okay. Let's go back into our vector container in tab 2 and make one of them accept our rand. Okay. Now, if I shift click the first time, it goes there. But if I shift click, hey, where did it go? I'm in tab 1. I didn't want it to go to tab 2. I'm still in tab 1. Well, the reason is simple actually. If you come down into our, well, we are done with merge item stack. If we look at transfer stack in a slot, well, the way this guy works is telling that, hey, remember, we said it to work from 36 to the whole stack IDs. Well, basically, what it's doing, it's calling merge item stack each time for each one of these. Remember, we are doing a loop here. Okay, so I'm telling him, hey, look at the whole container's slots. I don't want that. Okay, we want to do something. We want to say if, and we are in container. Now, can we get the tabs here? Of course, we had done it once in moving slots and showing slots. We get index here. What if I say that I have a private int tab index, okay, equals to 0, of course, because we start always with tab 0. And here, and I'm showing slots, at the end we say tab index equals to to the index we're sending, okay? So we're setting it. Then we come back here and we say if we are, this line is when we are clicking somewhere from our inventory inside the GUI's inventory. So here we say if, if tab index is equals to 0 and this guy, then we need to go from 36 up to, well, our container is 48, but we need +1 to this guy, so 49. Okay, 49. But I will keep this as a comment later because you will see why. So 49, okay, and I will comment it there. Then we will go for, oh no, same stuff, but for tab 1, we are working on 49 to well, there is a better way. There is a better way. We have slots in tabs, okay? Tab 1 is this guy. Can we address it like that? Let me see. Slots in tabs of index, of course, 0 dot length. Ha! No, we can't access that like that. We want the same thing, but dot length -1 +1. This should work because now we get the index of the last one here, for example. Not that. Here we read this number, remember, and +1 to this number, okay? And we can get rid of this now. And of course, we need to start from this number. See, but tabs 1, index of 0, okay, and we go all the way to this guy here, Control C, Control V, and these are tabs 1. Okay, you'll see if this works. I'm not sure. To be honest, working with multi-arrays is sometimes hard too. And index 2 and index 2. And why are you yelling at me? Because I forgot. No, I didn't forget. Okay. What is wrong here? We return the null. What is your problem? Else without if, else if, tab index 1 and this, comma, this as start, this as end, and false. Huh. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me do this like this. Else this, else this, else this. Tab index equals to 0. Remove this part. Oh no, oh no. Now I know what I'm doing wrong. If, Control V, okay, and we need to put this guy, Control X, delete, on top of this, so we are doing that, and we return this. And of course this one has the if, and tab is 0. Now we can do it different way. Instead of all of this trouble, when I think about it, there are easier ways. There are always easier ways. And you go away. There we go. So that's the part, okay? Now I can define two integers, int start, comma, end, okay? And by default they are 0, so we say if tabs index equals to 0, then we say, or we can make it a switch, that's better, switch tab index. And here we go from, of course, start to end plus 1, end. And now they both need to be assigned, 0 semicolon and int end equals to -1. That's better, because I'm sure that I will make them. So case 0, that's tab, that's our very first tab, and end, not end, break. What I'm doing? What am I doing? Okay. Then let's see. We will say start equals to 0, whatever, end equals to 0, because I want to copy paste it. So case 0, case 1, case 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So start here is our tab, not tab, slots in tabs of 0 and index of 0. That's the start, okay? For each one of them, this will be only 1, this will be 2, and this will be, you will see that it's easily convert to some mathematics later, and we will do that right in few seconds. 4, and I missed it to 3, 4, and 5. If you look at it, these numbers are the same as cases. So I can say Control X start equals to, this is tab index. Okay. And now I can remove the whole thing. Now you will know what is going on. And we can say comma end here, because right in the next line I will define the end. So end equals to, I said, to slots. Again, the first index is the same, tab index. The second tab is the last one, so it will be slots of tabs index dot length -1. Will this work? Let's see. So if everything works, when I first shift click, I should get this item here. If I shift click the second one, nothing will happen. If I go here and shift click, oh, the item is vanishing. Why is that? It's not acceptable. Something is wrong there. Well, we want to define these guys, first of all, outside the scope, here. Okay? Now if I play, that shouldn't change anything, you know? That shouldn't change anything. Ah, come on, work. And I lost my band. So, band, give me multiple. Thank you. If I shift click, of course I get that one there, and this is not working. Why is that? Well, let's log these files, okay? So log.info. This is the best way to do stuff like this. We say start is equals to plus start. Same thing, but here we log the end, and that will be end. Okay? And I want to take a look at my second one. So we will be from 49 to 66. And where are you, sir? Single player. In the second row, and if I click 49, 66, and then I get 36, 48. Well, that was not what I wanted. And that's for the reason for ping-ponging things. Okay, now that I saw that, I can easily say that, hey, this part should happen in here somewhere. And we say else, open you, close you, here. Okay? Let's see if it works. It should throw some errors because that if statement is not working every time. But that should be the same thing, you know. Let's see. The logic is the same. So I'm clicking it and it's staying there. If I click it here, it removed it. Why did it remove it? Well, it's not going anywhere. If I change the tab, that is there. If I, oh yeah, same problem. So it didn't solve it. No, it didn't solve it. And of course, if you look at your log again, you see that we start from 49, 66, then we fall back to 36, 48. Why is that? Why is that? Huh. Well, we are changing this guy only when we are changing the slots, or the tabs, I should say. Oh! 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 Oh, 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 oh. I think this is the case if not world. Do we have world? Yeah. Dot. No, not that. So we can't have that here. Okay. What is the deal here? We go get this guy in here. First, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, Control X, Control V. First of all, we're changing the tab there. And, well, what else? Why are you being called 2 times? Because one of them is server side, of course. But we don't have access to the server here. Do we have if player dot get world? I hope so. At word scoreboard, not that. No. If player dot world object, yeah. Okay. Does is dot is remote. So this is the client. We want the server side. Then we do this. So we're just changing it in the server side, and of course equals 0. Now int end equals to 0. This will throw some problems, I think so. Because what are you seeing now, basically, is unsyncing issues between server and client. So this is working, and it's not working again. And well, what the hell? Clean and hit click. We get 3648. What is the problem here? 3648 is index 0. We changed the tab, so it shouldn't be that. Huh. No, I don't like it. We can ask for something else, like we can ask, instead of word object, player dot open container dot no, 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 player dot word object that is removed. So if we are in client side, I don't like it. I really don't like it. But let's see the correct numbers there. Then I know how to deal with this guy later. Or I hope so. Well, so you are, oh, now we have another problem. Same issue, but now in all of them. So this is not working at all. Delete. Well, how can we access the tabs now? This guy is only being called server side, I'm sure. No, it's both server side and client side. So instead of using this guy here, delete, world object, no, we don't have it there. Oh, glHandler is the one that is sending data back. Well, what am I looking at is a message that I'm sending myself. So I can say that, hey, where are you? Network messages. Hey, here we accept something int remove, not int, boolean remote. Now we say these two goes on top in here that we are assigning them, and we say private. Okay. And of course here we say yeah, true, and we are constructing it. Then we say here, if remote, there we go, start equals to slot of index that we got and 0, and equals to slot of index and slots of index dot length -1. Okay, so we are setting it just in remote. Now we have a problem in two classes. One of them is here, that we send it to true, okay, because this is the server side, and from here we say false, so we don't send it from the client side. Let's see. Because what we're seeing is that this item was going inside and then coming back. I can do it myself, and now it stays there, and this guy is not working, this guy is there, this guy is not working. If I put it, it will stay there. But why are you not working now? Well, what the heck? We need to add more stuff. If we say true here again, it stays there, and here we go. Again, ping pong option. But this works, and it doesn't go there. If you put it there manually, it stays, but shift clicking is not working. If we remove this, oh yeah, I deleted the things there. So I'm sending through both ways. It's not proper. I don't need that. When we are changing our stuff, we can just do this, and we will say we will have the same problem now. And I'm not sure why it's going back and forth, ping-ponging between the previous slot. Now let's see, log.info, start, and then log.info, and transfer stack in slot. Okay. This is the problem here. This is the problem here. Okay. Because we are calling this method twice, once for the server side and once for client side. We call it for server side first, then we are calling it for client side. So we are setting it 2 times. What the heck? Where is the error? Where is the error? What the what? 0, 2. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, but do you think, guys? Should we completely ignore the fact that we can shift click items between the tabs? I don't like it, you know. Um, now this works, this doesn't work, this works, this works, this works. What the heck? But hey, oh yeah, it's ghost. Now it's gone. So yeah, we have issues. We have serious issues there. And all of that is because this goddamn thing is not synced. Let me see if container, don't we have, no, inventory, no, is factory. Hey, we have access to factory dot get active tab, goddammit, equals to 0. Then we go and it doesn't need anything there. So this is ah, the same stuff from here, but now before this part, I think here if I set it, no, we need to set it inside the if, and the start will be our this guy, okay, and the end will be this guy. There, okay, shift home, and of course the index here, all of them is 0. Okay, Control C and Control V. We say else if tabs equal 1. This is 1. This is 1. This is 1. There we go. Now it's behaving. 2, 2, 2, 2. Then 3, 3, no, 3, 3, 3, 4, and 5. 4, 4, 4, 4, and 5, 5, 5, and 5. So it doesn't need this start and end at all. There we go. And from the top we will remove that start and end. And let's see if we get any errors. Of course I don't need these guys. And of course I don't need tab index now. Why I do have a breakpoint. So let's see if it works. Now I click that there. I click that. Oh no, same thing happens again. Why? Why are you not happy? So this is not happening. This is happening. And we send the slot 1 index 0 and slot 1 last index plus 1. Let me see. Best thing is to debug. And in these conditions, the only way is to use text. So we say log.info. So command log.info. We want this guy and this guy. Control C, Control V, but between them we want a plus plus and something like this. Okay. Then we go for here to here. No, what I'm doing. And this is slot 1. Slot 1. Oh. Huh? Wow. 1. This is... Yeah, that's working. That should work. So 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 3. And well, that's it. Let me let's see the second thing. It's there. So I'm going to tab 2, shift click, and it's working. And it's faking. There we go. Now, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Well, that's the case. We are getting the 48. 0 to 48. If you recall, let's take a look. 36 to 48. But we are here. We are here. Or are we? Well, instead of all of that, the easier way is to log one thing that I'm depending on, and that is the active tab. So please log.info factory.get active tab. Something's telling me that I'm not writing that correctly. Get active tab. Okay. Single Right. And I change and I shift click. So you see 1, then 0. Huh. I'm getting it 2 times. Hmm. One of them is from client side. One of them is from server side. Now which one is which? And that's why I'm having ping-ponging effect there. If I say if factory dot word object get word object dot is remote, then send this guy. Now you'll see what server is turning. Oh, and there we go. We get 1. Of course, this item is fake. So, but you see, I'm just getting 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But if I say if it's not, and stop please, you close to, wow, multiple instances. And this time I should get 0. And that's the problem. We are not syncing, you know. We are not syncing. The first time, it's, you see, it turns 0, 0, 0, 0 because that's the client side. What am I doing wrong here? Factory GUI. That shouldn't be the reason, but let's see. If factory that get active tab does not equal to if factory dot get word object dot is removed, and if we are not removed, or we are removed, yeah, active tab equals tab of get factory active tab. Okay, in the constructor, I will say factory dot get active tab. What the heck? Tabs of factory dot get active tab. Yeah. Then here factory dot set active tab to I. We are doing both client and server side, so why are you not happy with that? Then we show slot of I. Oh God. Well, we know for sure that this will help, but will it work? I'm not sure. Because now I'm just forcing this thing to happen on server side. If I do this and overcomplicating things, but meh, you know? Yeah, there we go. Crash. Okay, let me see. This guy is being called both sides with the proper index, but even if I set it here, it doesn't work properly. What to do is just make something else, so public void um, set tab. Why not? Set, no, not slots in tab. Set tab index. And here, say private int tab index. Okay. Now, of course, it's equals to 0 by default. Then we say we need to accept an int as index. Then we say tab index equals to index. In our message, that should not change anything, you know. C v dot set tab index of that. In our GUI, we say the same stuff, but please set tab index. And I think I'm dumb. I should move it up. Yeah. This will be the same thing now. Of course, here I need to say if tab index equals to 0, if tab index is 1, and instead of every one of them, again and again and again, we should say delete tab index, and I think this time it will work, and I will tell you why it will work. So, of course, like every time, now this is working. No, this is not working. Well, I was hoping, because in here I was setting the local. I was setting the local after the server. I got unsynced issues, but now it doesn't change anything. What now? Well, you know, we can ignore the fact for time being until I find a solution. So this guy is always 0. This guy is always slot ID plus 1. And now we should have the proper behavior. At least to some extent. So make a duplicate for me. Come on. Come on. Okay. So if I click it, click it, click it, I did something wrong. Okay, what did I do wrong now? Not 0, God, 36. Okay, that was the case. And come on. There we go. There we go. It went there. And we can shift click it from here now. So we can ignore the fact that if I try it now, well, we can ignore the fact that each time I shift click, I'm sending to other tabs until I find a way to solve it later. But this is the base for transfer stack in slots, and this is the merge item stack. That was the main purpose of this video. It was merge item stack. And honestly, I'm not sure how to solve this problem because we get unsynced issues and I don't want it to happen. Well, we can handle it manually. For example, we can say if factory dot get active tab equals to 1, and then here I will say, okay, 36 to 48 plus 1. Okay, and this will work because I think it will work. Let's see. Because I'm setting the active tab here before sending these to server. And it shouldn't be this number, sorry. I'm derping. It will be 4966. So this is 66, this is 49. Control S, play, and of course my first tab will send back null, so I shouldn't be able to shift click anything in first tab, but let's see. Let me see. If I go into second tab, oh, we get crashed. Yeah. We get crashed because we are unsynced. At the top, inventory player marked dirty. Stack overflow. And that is the problem on slot changed, on slot pickup, because all of them are unsynced now. So yeah. We should ignore it until I find a way to sync these two goddamn things together. Blah. Too much speaking, not result. And goddamn it, it's 1 hour for now. Okay, so merge item stack is now working, but of course we have a problem when we shift click an item that can sit in two different slots in two different tabs, we are on synced. Till next episode, have fun everybody.